hell are you?
It's me, Slago. Who? Slago, Uncle John. Sylvester's son.
Girl, I thought you wasn't coming to this. Oh my God, I just had to get out of that house.
Uncle John, who's she to us?
Oh, that's Samantha Margaret's best friend.
That's what you call a woman.
I don't know about that.
Hot damn, you like her, don't you?
I don't know about like, it's a little too early for that, but she nice looking.
Don't you come back no more. What he say?
You see, one seed can grow a tree, but one bad apple, see, it spoils the bunch. You want to sell this house? You want to sell this house? Then sell it! I don't care anymore.
I hate you!
Nice!
I owe him like $70,000.
Boy, you gonna be dead by the morning then. A scam artist, a gambler, someone who cons honest people for their honest earned money.
So, through the good times and the bad times, you always remember my promise to you.
What's that, John?
That I'd never leave you, baby. And if you ever try to leave me, I'm tying you to that tree.
Boy, get on up out of here now. You know I ain't going nowhere.
Good, because I ain't build you
together.
up.
Like glue.
Oh, like glue, that's what I'm talking about. Mwah, 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 mwah.
Oh, I love you, John.
I love you too, baby.
You know, at one point I was an educator, taught school. And one of the principles that we used in education as it relates to familiarizing or getting people to understand something is that there was a phrase that said you need to take a child from the known to the unknown. And what that means is that in order to really attract attention and get people to feel at home with a subject or a phenomenon, you need to begin with something that they know. Well, I'm so happy to be involved today with something that's going to be happening in Macon, Georgia, that's going to really begin with something with which all of us are familiar. You know, stuff like family and mental health and mindfulness and problems and even rotten apples. Because oftentimes we have had some rotten apples experiences. Guess what, you all? We got a play called Rotten Apples that's going to deal with all of these issues that are prevalent in our society and in our community. But the interesting thing, before I shut up, is that not only will this play entertain, but it will also educate. And not only will it address with the plot those issues that are prevalent in families and mental health, but we got people who really know how to portray these scenes, who really know how to project these feelings in Rotten Apple, a stage play coming to Macon, Georgia. And to tell you more about it, we got my friend Romero, who's the executive producer of this phenomenal play. We also got a surprise for you in a minute. One of the stars, you know, a lot of this, more than one of, you know, we're going to surprise you in a minute. But Romero, just kind of give us an overview of the play.
Rotten Apple is a very, very intricate piece, but yet at the same time, the really creative direction that the director took and the playwright took, Barry Battle, was to take a 1965 timeline and to make it current. So when you look at what was going on in 65, that created a lot of negative family situations and separations in the family, and just the ability to survive the things that you had to do if it was substance abuse or something of that nature. The play taps into that. So it gives you a really bird's eye view on reality in 2024 when you talk about mental health. the actors bring in this to a so lifelike scenario that it really allows you to feel that environment. And it also gives you faith and understanding that together, as a community and a family, you can work through
Wow.
problems.
Wow. Well, we've got somebody on with us today who is doing part of that projection, who is experienced, who is acclaimed,
Yes,
who is a no. I'm gonna just keep on, Vanessa. I see you. I'm gonna just keep on and on. In the person of Miss Vanessa Simmons. So, Vanessa, just tell us a little bit about yourself. I know that we're going to talk about the part that you play in it, but just talk a little bit about you. So, because what I want people to understand, and I'm not trying to be cute, is that they didn't just pull people from the church and from the school and off the block, to portray these characters. We've got real experienced and acclaimed actors and actresses. So, Miss Vanessa, talk a little bit about yourself and your experience, and then you can segue into the role that you're playing in the play.
Absolutely. My name is Vanessa Simmons. Thank you for that amazing introduction. First of all, I'm an actress, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a mommy above all of that. And, I heard you talk a little bit earlier, touching on mental health awareness. I am an entrepreneur who has started a community called Euphoria that's based around bringing attention to mental wellness and prioritizing self-care, prioritizing reaching out for resources and help when you need it. So all of those things are very important to me, and to have them intersect with my acting work and, the part that I play in Rotten Apple is very, very special to me and meaningful. So very excited about coming to Macon and performing this amazing piece for you all. I know that the audience will walk away with an experience and a lot of conversation starters.
That's outstanding. So just give us a little on your background and your experience as it relates to acting and some of the productions that you have been in.
Yeah, I mean, acting has been something I've always loved. My first love for acting started on the stage in, elementary school, being able to perform in plays. And it was always my dream to take it to a professional level. And I was able to do that. It's such an honor to be able to tell people stories and, presented in a way that can be relatable for the audience. My latest production I did was a feature film for BET called Deadly Entanglement. It was starring myself and Miss Monica Calhoun, who I'm such a fan of, and it was amazing working with her. We did a thriller. And I've starred in a number of thrillers and comedies and TV shows for different networks that I'm very, very proud of. So acting to me is my art and how I express myself creatively.
Well, I want to congratulate you for being able to realize your childhood dream of becoming an actress. And I want to remind the listeners and the viewers that all of these actions and interactions kind of play a role in our health. So it's kind of important that we kind of pay attention to the play and the issues that it addresses in Rotten Apple. Now, what we're going to do now, we're going to just show you a clip that to prove to you that Miss Vanessa is just not giving you just lip service on this production. We're going to just give you a little teaser, the kind of, like my grandma used to say, whet your appetite. So you can just run and buy these tickets just as soon as she finishes. We'll be right back.
Who the hell are you? It's me, Slago. Who? Slago, Uncle John. Sylvester's son.
Girl, I thought you wasn't coming to next.
Oh my God, I just had to get out of that house.
Uncle John, who's she to us?
Oh, that's Samantha Margaret's best friend.
That's what you call a woman.
I don't know about that.
Hot damn, you like her, don't you?
I don't know about like, it's a little too early for that, but she nice looking.
Don't you come back no more. What he say?
You see, one seed can grow a tree, but one bad apple, see, it spoils the bunch.
You want to sell this house? You want to sell this house? Then sell it. I don't care anymore.
I hate you.
Nice.
I owe him like $70,000.
Boy, you gonna be dead by the morning then.
A scam artist, a gambler, someone who cons honest people for their honest earned money.
So, through the good times and the bad times, you always remember my promise to you.
What's that, John?
That I'd never leave you, baby. And if you ever try to leave me, I'm tying you to that tree.
Boy, get on up out of here now. You know I ain't going nowhere.
Good, because I ain't build you
together.
up.
Like glue.
Oh, like glue, that's what I'm talking about. Mwah, 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 mwah.
Oh, I love you, John.
I love you too, baby.
When you viewed the live and in-person clip of Miss Vanessa, now we're going to listen to her personally, talk about her character, how it felt portraying that role, and the message or messages that she feels were projected by the scenes in which she was a part of. And if she wants to, she can mention those other roles. But let's talk. What's your name? What's your character's name in the play?
Yeah, I would love to dive into Samantha, Miss Samantha Huckabee. She is a woman living in 1965 that is so very relatable even to women living today in 2024. She is going through relationship issues. She just recently went through a breakup, a really tough breakup that she has to break away from. She is grieving the loss of her father, and she's just really longing for self-discovery, rediscovering who she is outside of this relationship. And she goes to seek solace with her friend Margaret, is the lady of the house, the family in Virginia that she goes to, go to for friendship, for sisterhood. And she is just a woman who, just like women today, she just wants love, and she wants to be loved in the right way. And she's able to go to Virginia and help out her friends there who have a list of their own, problems going on. It's a beautiful ensemble story. Each and every character adds another level of, the African-American experience in 1965. And it's really a heartfelt story. And like I said, those themes that are present then are still present in modern day times, but they existed in a whole different type of way in 1965 because the experience for Black people in America was quite different back then. But those themes still run through today in 2024. And Samantha's story, I feel for her. So it's amazing to be able to tell her story. And it's important for me to be able to tell it in a powerful way.
Well, and I'm absolutely sure that it's powerful. Romero, so now we've got two other stars playing characters.
Yes.
In the play, we got Omar Gooding,
Mm-hmm.
Dorien Wilson. It's my understanding that Omar's character is going to be John, and
Correct.
Dorien is going to be Lucas.
That's right.
So talk a little bit to the extent, and I know you're not the actor.
Yes.
But,
Yeah.
Let's just chat a little bit, and Vanessa, you can chime in if you got certain relationships with either of those individuals in the play, because without giving too much information, we really want, see, anytime you can find something that's educational and entertaining, then you're on to something.
Yes, indeed.
You own to something. And I'm sure that this play, Rotten Apple, is both educational and informative. So, Romero, just talk a little bit about those other two established and renowned actors, Dorien and Omar, Dorien Wilborn and Omar Wilson, and Omar Gooding, and maybe their role to the extent that you can. I know you're not the actor, but just chat about them a little bit,
Well,
And
we'll
Vanessa,
start
if you
with
want to talk about some of your interaction with either or both of them, go ahead and do that. But Romero, you go first.
okay. We'll start with Omar. Omar, I mean, we're already talking about the and a actor that can embody many different characters and really turn it on and turn it off when it's necessary. So the genius was within that combined with his character. He's a family guy, but he's a dreamer. So, you know, we all are dreamers. We like, you know what, it would be great to get out of this life story and create a new one. So he's adventurous and he wants to do that. He wants to go through that process. But to do that, he needs, as we talk about the ensemble, he needs the other character, which becomes Dorien. You know, Dorien has his own style of life. You know, he's gone through some things. When we talk about the mental health aspect, he becomes someone who drinks a lot. And that's brought to his attention because, again, everybody really within the scope of this play, they're a part of a family or they have a family. So the dynamic lends itself back to Dorien being an alcoholic, but yet at the same time, he also wants to be a musician. So he's creative, but yet he has to find his way to get to that place. So it's a beautiful piece. Vanessa works seamlessly with both of those characters. Vanessa, can you kind of give us a little insight?
Yeah, so I am best friends with John, who is played by Omar Gooding. I am best friends with his wife in the play, Margaret. And, you know, we support each other through friendship and, you know, through emotional and tough times. We really come together to, you know, in a family way and just try to bring together the family in a way that is, you know, protective. You know, there's a rotten apple around. We've discussed that already. And, you know, Samantha kind of sees that and she wants to be very protective of this family. And, you know, playing off Omar and playing off of Dorien Wilson is amazing. They are both incredible actors and they really help to bring this story to life like no other. It's honestly such a blessing to be able to work with them on stage and work through this amazing, you know, text that we have to feed off of and portray.
Romero, how does art, Vanessa, either one of you, kind of talk about, and we've kind of touched on it briefly, how the expression, the title Rotten Apple, you know, falls into the play. You know, and the reason I'm asking is because one way or the other, either physically, emotionally, socially, or what have you, we all experience rotten apples.
Yeah, I had one.
And we have to, and we have
No.
to face up to it. So how did this play just happen to be titled Rotten Apple?
Well, Barry spent about 10 years really putting this piece together. And as you know, when you're writing and you're working on multiple projects, you know, you find common pieces and threads that go together. So once he had this storyline, he began to mold and shape it. But the thread between this becomes always there's someone in the family that creates friction somehow. And that's that rotten apple, you know?
Yep.
So we have a character that comes in and that's his role, is to come in and be the slickster, you know? And so that's the guy who actually, when you come to see the show, you begin to see the different dynamics of how this thing molds and shapes itself around the rotten apple character. And as the show even ends, it reintroduces itself, which says, you know, and you too, even in your family or your circle, you can actually get over the hurdle of that. You can address it appropriately.
Absolutely.
Go ahead, Vanessa.
No, I was just agreeing with him. That was just beautifully said, Romero.
I saw somewhere where it said it embodied some music. I mean, How does music tie into the play?
Well, so musically, you have theatricals that are musicals, and then you go into the play side. The play side is more dialogue. So the storyline has to be extremely tight. The actors have to really embody the character because there's music that comes in spaces that support them. It's like scoring a movie. It's really the underscore to them to give you the imagery that embodies your body, while the visual perspective from the artist actually give you the full clarity of that scene.
Well, what determines the effectiveness of a play and whether or not an individual or the audience can really get into it is how it applies to real life.
Yes.
Oh,
You know, and Vanessa's description of her role and her friendship with her best friend and the rotten apple and the slickster. So this thing just seems to embody just about all of the elements of life and living. You know, when you
absolutely.
talk about family, when you talk about mental health, when you talk about dreamers, when you talk about ambition, when you talk about substance abuse, when you talk about alcoholism, you know, when you talk about comedy and being funny, you know, some kind of comic relief, it just, and you all can address it, either one of you or both of it, but it seems to me that it addresses so many important elements that that make up everyday living. Is that the case?
Absolutely. Each and every single character I feel is in pursuit of that American dream. And I feel like I said, that's still prevalent today. We're still in pursuit of that American dream. And, you know, a lot will happen when you're in the pursuit of that dream. You know, there's going to be no perfect route there. And I feel like it's beautifully shown through this story and through each and every character's life in the story. And so I feel like there's someone for people to relate to. There's someone for everyone to relate to. It's a full family production.
Anything you want to add to that?
I would just say that it is a family viewable project as well. So, you know, even a young, I'm gonna call him a young man, a teenager, would come and see this production and learn something. He's going to see also a character in there that will remind him of himself or what he's going through in his family dynamics. So we're addressing everything. We're not addressing just the adults. We're addressing the teenagers, the young men, the young women, you know, that are going through some things, and you get to see this in real time, and you see the family dynamic come together and support it versus, you know, not aware of how to address it. You know, it takes a village sometimes.
Yeah.
It does
And
take. Go ahead,
the
Vanessa.
core of the story is family. The core of the story, through all the challenges, everything they go through, is family and how you band back together through challenging times to bring everything back together.
That is so outstanding. You know, we like to use the expression down south when it comes to plays in production, family friendly.
Yeah.
So it is definitely a family friendly production. Well, Rotten Apple, which is going to be shown in Macon, Georgia, at the City Auditorium, and we will project on the screen the date, the time, the place, and how you can purchase tickets. But what you want to do, don't miss this. Go tell Ain't Nine of them.
That's right.
That there is something coming to the City Auditorium that everybody can identify with that is both educational and entertaining.
Yes.
Romero, you got 1 minute, and Vanessa, you got a minute to close us out. Vanessa, you go first.
I am looking forward to coming to Macon and looking forward to seeing each and every one of you come and experience Rotten Apple and get to know a little bit more about Samantha Huckabee. I didn't want to give away too much about my character, but I am just so excited to introduce her to Macon.
Well, Rotten Apple Production is looking forward to coming to Macon, making a statement, being able to support the mental health and address everything that worldwide needs to be addressed. Vanessa has her organization that she started, which shows you the seriousness in the nature of trying to get people to understand there is support, where to go to get it. And
Yes.
so we just want to bless the world and bless Macon with this production. And we look forward to being there May 11th, 2024.
Mother's Day weekend. We'll be
Macon
That's
there.
it.
Auditorium.
Yeah.
Bring your mama
Bring
and your grandma and your
That's right.
auntie.
and
That's
your
right.
daughter.
It will be an excellent activity. I'm glad you mentioned that, Vanessa. It will be an excellent family activity. And there is something you want to do something special for and with your mama, bring her the rotten apple.
That's right.
May the 11th
We
at
will
the
see you
City
there.
Auditorium. This is a call to action. I'm your host, Alex Habersham, having interviewed Mr. Romero White and Miss Vanessa Simmons, also known AKA Samantha in the play Rotten Apple. We look forward to seeing you all at the production on May the 11th at the City Auditorium. Have a great day.
www.makingblackpages.com.
Who the hell are you? It's me, Slago. Who? Slago, Uncle John. Sylvester's son.
Girl, I thought you wasn't coming to this.
Oh my God, I just had to get out of that house.
Uncle John, who's she to us?
Oh, that's Samantha Margaret's best friend.
That's what you call a woman.
I don't know about that.
Hot damn, you like her, don't you?
I don't know about like, it's a little too early for that, but she nice looking.
Don't you come back no more. What he say?
You see, one seed can grow a tree, but one bad apple, see, it spoils the bunch.
You want to sell this house? You want to sell this house? Then sell it. I don't care anymore.
I hate you.
Nice.
I owe him like $70,000.
Boy, you gonna be dead by the morning then.
A scam artist, a gambler, someone who cons honest people for their honest earned money.
So, through the good times and the bad times, you always remember my promise to you.
What's that, John?
That I'd never leave you, baby. And if you ever try to leave me, I'm tying you to that tree.
Boy, get on up out of here now. You know I ain't going nowhere.
Good, because I ain't build you
together.
up.
Like glue.
Oh, like glue, that's what I'm talking about. Mwah, 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 mwah.
Oh, I love you, John.
I love you too, baby.